Everybody, Danny Newberry here and John Jameson. We wanted to get with you with a very exciting update on our newest acquisition that we're going to be closing within the next month. It's in Las Vegas, Nevada, a 63,000 square foot shopping center that we found off market. Really excited about it because it's a true value add opportunity that is really hard to find this day and age, especially in this sector of Vegas. So I'll give you a little bit backstory here in a second, but we wanted to just share it with you. We are opening it up for syndication and bringing on partners. So we'd love to have you involved if it's something that you're interested in. Please reach out to us after the video and after you've reviewed the information that's attached to this email. So just a little quick background. We found this deal off market. It was an international owner out of Mexico City. The gentleman was, he bought it in 2012 for about $2 million more than what we're paying for it. And 10 years later, which is obviously some great value for us. But he's essentially in his mid 80s, gave it to his son to manage out of Mexico, and he ran it into the ground, essentially. Come to find out, he was pocketing money, and it just became his personal piggy bank for quite some time. And then when COVID hit, he did some buyouts with some of the tenants, let them out of their leases, and pocketed that money as well. So essentially, the father stepped back in, and he hired a consultant. The consultant then reached out to us, and we were able to essentially get him out of pre-foreclosure. He was about 4 months behind in loan payments at the time, and we've been successful with renegotiating the loan terms with the current lender to get a 2-year extension. And essentially, we're going to be we are going to be taking over that loan, assuming it. But essentially, right now, the occupancy is about 56% occupied, 2008 construction. Everything around it, every shopping center off of Craig Road is over 90% occupied. And so we just see huge value in this deal. And I'm going to let John talk a little bit about the specifics of the lease rates, the business plan, and how we're going to lease this thing up really quickly and make a ton of equity very quickly.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, like Danny was saying, I mean, this center's super attractive for us. It really hits all the good metrics when it comes to demographics, population growth, traffic. Kind of makes it to where we can really cater and market to any national tenant that's out there looking for space. So the growth rate is huge. There's 160,000 people in 3 miles, and it's actually still seeing positive residential growth annually. It's at about 1.5% to 2% a year. If you drive down Craig Road, you'll see a lot of developments that are happening, again, right in the immediate area. We have 2 mini storage apartment complexes that are going up, one right across the street, one next to us. There's a new Class A apartment complex that's going up on the next block. And then next to that, we're happy to see that a Starbucks is coming out of the ground. There's a Raising Cane's that's backfilling a PDQ on the corner. And overall, just a lot of positive, really good growth in that area where there's a lot of energy and things happening. And we're kind of timing this at the perfect spot to come in and do a value add play. So super excited about this. You know, we also want to talk about our partner in Las Vegas, and that's Logic Commercial Real Estate. We do have some boots on the ground with some local assets, but we also are partnering with probably the strongest group in Las Vegas as far as retail. And these guys basically have leased a lot of properties around us to 100% recently. And again, are just chomping at the bit to join with us on this venture and get this shopping center full to capacity. So again, just high level things, really exciting. I think one thing that jumped out to me, I've been doing commercial now for about 10 years on the retail side, but just seeing that there's not really a shopping center in this whole area that serves as like a community hub. If you go up and down Craig Road, you'll see a lot of centers that are disconnected, a lot of centers with churches and grocery store spots and, you know, medical businesses where restaurants should be. So for our center, we have a chance to make it really cool, really relevant. bring in a lot of good tenants and create a mix that again is missing on Craig Road. There's a couple spots in the center that are super attractive to market. We do have some prime second gen restaurant space with a huge patio opportunity. And part of our strategy is again trying to get a very relevant chef driven, trendy restaurant to again make it to where we're kind of the cool kids on the block. So that's high level our strategy. And at the rents that we need to hit for this property, we're super confident that it's not going to be a problem to hit those. Ideally, surpass a lot of what we're projecting.
Yeah,
And
just if you don't mind, Jameson, I'll chime in on that. So right now we are projecting for a lot of the inline space about $18 a foot triple net. The average lease rate in the area is 21.20, and there's basically no, I guess you would call it like your perfect inline space is available. A lot of these shopping centers that have vacancy, it's typically like their back space, their corner space, their elbow space, something that's less attractive. And so if the average lease rate is 21.20 a square foot, and you look at what we've got, we are definitely outbeating any of the competition as far as what's available. So I think we're going to outperform our projections significantly, but we just want to be ultra conservative just to be ultra safe. But at the end of the day, if you look at what this property could be, and where it's going to go once we get our hands on it, it's got a ton of potential. We're buying it for $10.5 million, including one of the out parcels. And just to give you a quick overview, the out parcel has a drive-through space, and the owner leased it to a nail salon, which makes no sense at all. At $21 a foot gross, market for that space is $35 triple net. So I mean, really, a Jersey Mike's, a Chipotle, some really high quality national tenant belongs in that space, and we'll be able to essentially move the nail salon in space, inline, and then release that to a national. Same thing with the inline space. We have certain units that are much more attractive than others, like the restaurant spaces that John was talking about. We could easily get north of $30 a foot triple net for those. So when you look at this thing, over the short term, over a 24-month period, we're probably going to be somewhere between a $15 to $18 million range in value. And the reason there's such a big gap there is because, we're just being ultra conservative, saying, hey, if we get the $18, okay, we're probably closer on the lower end. But if we're getting, 21, 22, $25 a foot on these spaces, which we believe we'll do, now we're going to be really looking at a couple extra $1 million in value very quickly. So either way, both of that range of numbers is still amazing. And that's in the short term. We're talking 12 to 18 month range, most likely. And then if you look at it over a 5 to 7 year hold period, once we get our current tenancy to roll over and we can get everyone to market rate rents, we should be looking at an NOI, give or take, around 1.4 million. The average cap rate for this type of shopping center selling at about 6.18% right now. That would put us at about $22.6 million, give or take valuation of what this thing can do. So we're gonna double the value of what we're paying for it. I mean, it's just a home run asset. Again, 2008 construction, Class A facility. 25 or 35,000 traffic count. All the shopping centers around it are full. All the land is built on. I mean, there's nothing left. This is so dense, such a great spot, tons of upside, that we are just really, really excited about this opportunity. So, we've got a great team. We're going to manage this in-house. We've got all the systems dialed in that, we manage everything in-house. Currently, I think our portfolio is around $100 million. And this is going to be a perfect fit. This is really our bread and butter of what we focus on, what we do, and how we turn these properties around is with our team. And so having our team on board really is going to help excel that. And like John was saying, bringing in Logic, they really are the premier leasing guys in Las Vegas for this type of property. And not only are they becoming our leasing partners, but they actually want to be investors in on the deal too. That's how much they believe in it, the local guys. So that's everything about it's great news. So right now, just want to let you know, our plan is we are going to close somewhere between the middle of March to the end of March. We have till April 1st to close. We'd like to close a little early just so we can start on the improvements even quicker. But essentially, If you're interested and you want to get involved, we'd love to have you participate. It's going to fill up fast. Currently, the capital raise is $5.5 million. Minimum investment's $100,000, and you get what we're doing for our partners on this deal, which I know everybody's going to love, is that we're offering 100% of all the capital on the refinance and cash flow go to the investment partners first until you're 100% paid out until we do our GPLP split. So I know you're going to love that just because you don't really typically see that too often, but we are doing it. We believe we can really, within 18 months when we go in for a refinance, there is a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there definitely is a possibility that we could be refinancing all of the cash, if not a majority of it, and then have a really, really, really strong cash flow. So that's essentially the deal. If you like it and you're interested, please sign the operating agreement, the subscription agreement, the investor questionnaire, review it with your attorneys, with your financial advisors. And if it works for you, we'd love to have you in. It's just gonna be an awesome deal all around. So really would love to have you in it. But if you could let us know as quick as possible, like I said, this thing is gonna sell out quick. And we're very excited to have you guys on board. So thanks again. And anything else, Jameson, that you'd like to throw in?
No, I think you covered it. We got boots on the ground, and we know the market. We know the players looking around. So I think, be able to bring this one home.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Appreciate your time. Really looking forward to having you in the project, and let us know right away. Thank you.